Welcome everyone to Peel the Onion with Olivia Maxwell. That's myself. I'm very honoured to be joined here today with Gina, who is an incredible kinesiologist working with all ages in the Northern Beaches. Today we'll be exploring deeper truths of healing, somatic and spirituality, to name a few, but we'll see what unfolds from there. So thank you for tuning in. Hi.
Hello.
So lovely to see you again.
Thank you so much for having me. An honour.
It's a pleasure. I'm so excited to learn more about you and your journey. Been in your magic twice now, and it's pure magic. I was referred by a beautiful dear friend and who I trust deeply, and I'm very cautious and careful with who I go see for this type of work. So immediately felt safe and seen in a powerful way when I met you, and just your presence and your hug was
hugs are the best.
Yeah, they really are. But yeah, I want to hand it over to you.
Okay,
please share what brought you to become a kinesiologist. First question.
Well, the first time, I was not straight out of school, but just about straight out of school. I found kinesiology then, and had that gut, visceral, this is what I've got to be doing. And so studied quite young, graduated at 20, maybe 21, with no real life experience, and had a very lovely childhood, wholesome childhood. And so was thrown in a bit of the deep end, really. And so I had some clients with depression and women going through divorce and even suicide, and it was all a bit much. It was all I couldn't help but take on everybody's concerns and issues and problems and think about it through the night, and so it all got too much, and so I gave it up. Gave it all up and chucked out a lot of my books and textbooks and things, and thought, okay, well, that was fun. Next. And so I went and started in a corporate career, in a corporate company, a great company with beautiful people, and I was there for almost 10 years.
What was your role?
I had a few different roles. It was a medical device company.
Oh, interesting.
It was fascinating, so interesting.
Yeah.
But there was always part of me that knew deep down that it wasn't it. It wasn't what I was meant to be doing long term, and I was meant to be doing something else to serve or to help, or some other kind of purpose. Yeah, a deeper purpose perhaps. And so then it wasn't until I had my kids, and then I collected that life experience and collected that trauma, that I knew something had to change, something had to happen. So I had my eldest son, and I was pregnant with my second son, and the eldest one, he was diagnosed with cancer. And then 24 hours later, I gave birth to my second child.
24 hours after
24
he
hours.
received a diagnosis.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And so we were in a roller coaster, a whirlwind of all of the things, the devastation and the sadness and the fear, combined with the elation and the love and the joy of having this new human arrive in the world.
Wow.
So it was an intense kind of time, but that to me made me realise, and I'm not in the moment, obviously, but later on, looking back, I could find the gift and find the silver lining.
The road. And when you were talking, you said trauma and
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this was the key.
So this was looking back.
Yeah.
A few months out.
Yeah.
I could realise that what is the point? What are we doing here? There's got to be something more to life than just going to work, paying the bills. So there's what am I doing kind of thing. I had that kind of aha, knowing or questioning, I guess, not knowing at that stage, but questioning.
And were you doing, just out of curiosity, any spiritual practices?
Nothing. Or
how did you and I guess people listening, how would you, now looking back at that younger version of you, what are things that you were doing that may have helped you listen? I mean, because we're always being given guidance. I believe it's in our heart, our soul whispers, but actually listening and hearing it to then do something
about it.
Yeah.
Well, the way that it came from me, I was on maternity leave in the middle of the night, up late, feeding the baby, and I'd been going through this. What am I going to do? I can't go back to this job. I need to do something else. All these questions. And then in the middle of the night, it's like a person was standing next to me. I could see the words written, "Why don't you be a kinesiologist?" And so I had this visceral wave of energy flood over me. And then I didn't sleep the rest of the night, obviously, because I'm like, right, I'm going to have a clinic here, I'm going to quit this job, and I'm going to set up this, and I'll build this. And so that was it. And so even though it had been over 10 years since I'd had a patient or worked with anybody or remembered or any of the skills or all of that knowledge just seemed to have been deleted from my brain, but I just had this knowing, this is what I'm doing next. This is the next step. So I'm just going to trust. I don't know how, I don't know why, but I'm going to trust that this is what I'm meant to be doing. And so I've come into kinesiology for the second time with this knowing, I guess, that I can't, even if I have no clients, or even if I can't make any money, or even if I'm not helping or serving, or even if it's a complete fail, this was a step on the way to the next thing. This was part of the plan, part of the process. So as a recovering perfectionist, needing everything to be ticked off in the right order at the right time, I let it all go. And so, now I feel like I need to be helping more women go through that. Take what has turned their life upside down in order to get them onto their path.
Let's pause there, because I love the wisdom shared around, regardless if my business is successful, I mean, while balancing the human emotions of still striving to build X, Y, and Z, reach more people, but then balancing that with the surrender and the trust, which comes with trusting more than your own physical being, right?
That's it, something greater than, higher than me. Yeah. Absolutely.
Actually, regardless what happens, I'm still, even if it's one person, or
I was meant to go down this path for some reason.
Goosebumps, because what a way to live, right?
I mean, don't get me wrong, there's definitely times when I still doubt, am I sure this is what I'm meant to? But for the most part, it has that trust, that faith has rewarded me in the form of being able to help so many people. I'm so grateful that I have this trust, because old me was full of doubt, full of second guessing, so indecisive, whereas now it's just what it is. So I'm so grateful for that.
Yeah, beautiful. And honouring old you and new you, and I catch myself in the same, realising, holy crap, I used to be so hard on myself, or doubting and pushing, very I call it toxic masculine.
Yes.
Masculinity. And look, we were just chatting before we recorded, but in terms of sometimes we can slip into that.
Absolutely.
Because I see it as a matrix of energy, and that is mainstream, to call it out.
Yes.
The mainstream energy, particularly in cities, where we live.
Exactly.
Sydney, you agree also.
The density of it all,
is so go, do, achieve. You've got to know where you're going. If you don't, well, you've got depression, or...
Here's a label, here's a prescription.
Yes, which I don't subscribe to. I mean, I pivoted many times in my path because I was in situations or environments that were just prescribing, and here's a Band-Aid solution, and and for me, I always question, what were the deeper reasons? Why? Because at the core of all of us, we're all good. We all are.
Yes.
We all have a heart.
The purity of it all.
Yes, we all have a soul,
Mm-hmm.
but then, along the way, and depending on lessons we need to learn, and there's many different aspects that we could go into why, but we don't know why in the end.
That's it. And
It's a mystery.
And that's what humans are all about, right? We want to know, we want to have the answers.
Yeah.
We want, because there's, I guess, safety and comfort in knowing. But that's the whole point, is that it's unknown.
It's a brain's job, right?
Yeah. Which is wild to think when you zoom out like that.
Yeah. Yeah. And catch yourself if you're trying to get into those answers, and then do you realise it always comes back to just this?
Oh my gosh, yes. Yeah.
Alive.
The simplicity of it all.
Yeah.
We look for the complexities because we think it has to be complicated and difficult.
Yeah.
But it is, always so simple.
Yeah, simplicity.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me more about simplicity. How do you strip back? What are some practical things that help you strip back?
This is something that I've been working on in recent times, is to have routine around, or ritual around the things that I know that have worked for me in the past. But with 2 young children now, life is here and then there, and I find it difficult, whether or not that's my own sabotaging, my own excuses. But the things that I know work for me in terms of simplicity are those rituals, are those the basics, coming back to basics, getting sunlight first thing in the morning, being grounded, getting my feet on the earth, without shoes, yes. Sitting and breathing and just focusing on my breath. It's all those basic things. Journaling, oh my gosh, there's been times in my life where I've journaled morning and night and have so much clarity and understanding, and then I'll let it slide, and then I'll be in this state of whatever emotion and belief, and what is going on? And it will slip my mind that the simple things are often the most effective. So coming back to it again and again, and now I don't have as much blame, I guess. I don't get as upset with myself. Starting again and again and again, because we're human. Yeah. And life happens. Yeah. We have interruptions to our routine, but yes, taking the blame off myself, forgiving myself, having to start over.
And let's go there with self-sabotaging, because funnily enough I've been reflecting on that theme.
Okay.
And through my own work and working with clients with these, I call them symptoms of a wound, I'd say. Yes. So self-sabotage could potentially be from low self-worth, right? Which can come from many different
wounds. All the different wounds,
yes. Abandonment, or rejection.
Yeah.
What other ones?
Feeling not good enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unlovable in some way.
Yes.
Alone.
Yes.
Separate or different from other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Couldn't put it into my mouth. But self-sabotage, particularly as a woman, and I know men also experience self-sabotage, but to share personal, because I'm a woman, I started to notice it through my lineage. So when I'd speak to my gorgeous nonna, which is grandma in Italian, as you know, because you're half Italian.
Yes, I have a nonna.
Just how the inability to not receive compliments was the first.
Yes, great example, yes.
Yeah, and I couldn't used to do that when I was younger. And I saw it from my mum too. Oh, no, brush it off. But then when I started to realise, one, if I don't take a compliment, I'm rejecting it and I'm pushing it back on them, which then also doesn't help the other person. And then two, I'm like, there's clearly a block if I can't feel comfortable with receiving a really nice thing said about me, or overanalyze what I then say after. You know those?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, and I believe that's an aspect of self-sabotaging, because then after the math, you're kind of, right?
The thinking, yes.
Yeah. What other examples do you find with self-sabotage personally?
Well, it's definitely, I love the way that you described it then as a symptom of a wound. Because the sabotage, if we think about the brain, you being a psychologist, you know that that's part of our brain, is to keep its sole responsibility is to keep us safe inside of our comfort zone. And so I lost my train of thought. Inside of our comfort zone.
Yeah.
So from a place of, where was I going with this?
We're flowing. We're just flowing. I don't have a direction. We're talking about, love it, the human experience of self-sabotage, how it's an internal experience that actually, no, with that, I find it happens because you're not able to receive, but due to heart wounding, I find it's really related to the heart. I don't know if you agree with your work as well.
When I speak of the heart, though, I'm using, I guess, the traditional Chinese medicine system. So the heart meridian and that channel and everything that organ represents. So yes, in in your respect, the way that you're explaining it, absolutely. If you think about the heart in terms of love and acceptance and connection, and if you think about an example of a wound of a child experiencing some kind of separation or rejection or abandonment from their parents and losing that connection, that child then will go through life seeking connection, seeking approval, seeking acceptance. And so then that behaviour can look like people pleasing, can look like perfectionism, it can look like that real need for the validation and approval. It's a common one that I see.
I'm curious with the perfectionism. As a way of that. And linking it back to self-sabotaging. I've never made that link before.
Okay, yeah.
If we were to link it.
I guess perfectionism, the way that I've experienced it, if everything is in its right place and if everything is perfect, then I will get the approval. I will get the love that was sensed to be taken away in my childhood, or
if you didn't put the peanut butter away,
or
like as
an example, yes,
who didn't put this away?
That's it. If something was done wrong, then we didn't receive the love, right? So yes, to the opposite of that, if I do everything right, then I will be accepted, will be loved, will receive all of that.
I haven't looked at it at that level before. For me, perfectionism, when I caught myself with my 7 years straight of study, it was, if I wasn't studying at this time, I'd be so hard on myself. So I'd be out with my mum for a hot drink and it was already past 9 and I said I'd be studying. So then I'd be judging myself because I wasn't sticking to that, which I think is more self-sabotage. But then perfectionism came in with how I was doing my assessments. I had to write the sentence right straight away, and if I didn't, I was so hard on myself. So intense. But then over time, loosening the reins, ride a skeleton, just ride and soften, ease, grace
into the feminine, out of the masculine.
So then, would you say with self-sabotage, how does understanding masculine and feminine energies help with understanding those limiting behaviours? Or coping mechanisms, right?
Oh, I now remembered where I was going with that before.
It's time. Take me there.
Where you... You're going to cut this bit out.
No. No cutting.
Where is it going? The sabotage and the wounding, that's where I was going. Because our brain is programmed to keep us safe. Our brain is programmed to keep us in our little comfort zone.
Yeah.
So the sabotage, the way that I see it, is
yeah.
that amygdala, right? That all of those voices that come in and say, you won't be able to get that job, or you're not good enough for this, or that's terrible, or he won't like you, or whatever it is for the situation that you're in. That's where I see the sabotage playing out, to prove those beliefs and to prove those patterns, those thoughts to be true. It wants to keep us safe and small and limited and hidden, and so it'll tell us all of those lies to protect us
from growing, really expanding beyond limitations,
which is outside of the comfort zone.
And the ego,
yes, that's it. Ego wants us to be, which is ironic, because the way that some people see ego to be as like we're confident and up ourselves, and but the way that we see ego in more the spiritual world is this place of it's our safety mechanism. Our ego wants us to be hidden, small, safe, and limited,
and attached to an identity.
Yes,
which we need though. Like without our ego, that willpower, that frontal lobe functioning, I associate that, and the knowing who you are, but then also not knowing. It's the duality, which I love feeling into, because I believe we're in a constant duality in life. You know, happiness and sadness are not separate; they're on the same continuum
at the same time.
But even as humans, we're individual, but then we're also not separate.
Yes,
that you're a mirror of me, as I'm a mirror of you, but then I'm also just me.
Yes. Now we're getting really into all of the dimensions. But that's it, isn't it? It's because the way that our timelines are, if you're in time, it's not linear at all. It's this
multi-dimensional.
Yes.
And that's what I'm really excited for more and more of us to learn.
And understand.
And explore and play with, without letting fear derail or, you know, what mass society doesn't want you to go down.
Yes.
Right?
Keep us asleep.
All the control and authority and fear. Like COVID was a perfect example on the media, all these things about getting COVID, but then so many injuries from vaccinated.
Right, yes. Okay, we're on the same page there.
Yes. I mean, I'm working with nurses and doctors and hearing it
firsthand.
Hearing the trauma that they're still processing, as we all are in different ways, from having to do things they didn't want to do. It's just this way and you've got to do it. Oh, goosebumps, I reckon. Because then that's back to stripping away the feminine, the choice.
Yes. Okay.
The freedom. I know there's regulations within certain fields, but in terms of that expression, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Absolutely.
Having a right to express
and to have the individuality.
Individuality. So do you find yourself moving between, in your day-to-day, realising, you know, that's interesting that this car has this letter on it or number, or this person, I happen to run into them, as mirrors? Do you sit with that reflection of everything's a mirror, there's messages, it might be parts of me, or also just, hey, I'm Gina, I'm feeling all these things, the world's just happening around me, but I'm, you know, processing me.
Definitely.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Definitely the mirrors. I see it in my clients. I see it in my clients. So when I'm experiencing something going on, I can't quite put my finger on it because I haven't been journaling, for example. And then a client...
No judgment, there's only love, compassion.
That's exactly right. Yes, I forgive myself. A client will walk in and they'll be like, I've got this thing, and it will be a different scenario to my scenario, but the end moral or message or value or belief is the same. And then so then I have to double check, am I to muscle test, is this me projecting here? I have to double check that this is their stuff, but thank you. And so they walk out the door and they're saying thank you. I'm like, no, thank you for what you've just highlighted within me or reminded me of. So, oh my gosh, my clients and my teachers, every day, and the timing of it always is just uncanny. It's always not at all uncanny. It's all divinely timed. But I definitely see mirrors in my clients. Always. I see mirrors with triggers, right? The things that set me off, the things that upset me or whatever it might be. Yeah. I always think, okay, where in me have I not looked at something? Where in me is something unhealed? This is not about the external thing or person that's annoyed me or upset me. Where in myself? So yes, there are mirrors constantly. Absolutely believe that. In our children, oh my gosh, if and when you have children, yes. Oh, the lessons that they're here to teach us. Oh, I say to my son sometimes, what are you going to teach me today? Or thank you for teaching me that. And they look at me funny like, no, you're meant to be the teacher. You're meant to be teaching me.
Wow, I love that. And that's huge as a conscious parent. Right, starting young. We know 0 to 7 is
the crucial ages.
Yes. Subconscious mind is formed.
Oh yes. I've been educating my husband.
Yeah.
On things that we slightly disagree on and why that my view is more important.
That's a hard
my way is,
isn't it?
No, not so much more important, but just getting him to see things from my point of view.
Yeah.
With the knowledge that I have about children and the importance,
and then respecting his view at the same time.
Yes, attempting to respect some of and we're all on that though.
Yeah,
we're all a product of our environments.
Yes,
especially the 0 to 7. Yeah. So you and I are a product of our own parents. He's a product of his parents
and societal conditioning.
Of course, that's going to play a role as well.
Yeah,
of the onion.
Yeah.
But yet, knowing that we have such an influence on them.
Yeah. But coming back to the mirroring aspect, I love that you also hold that perspective of, this actually was a deeper question I was sitting with myself or not even aware of. I find that with my clients. And particularly ones that come back with a similar theme and sitting with, oh wow, this same theme with the father wound and literally similar what the father's doing.
Okay.
And then that was a moment for me to process and digest and sit with, okay, is this something
What's showing me?
Yeah, and also letting because in session, right, we put on, I guess, we become this channel. We need to be able to hold and fully merge and meet with our clients.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And then once we step out of that field, we come back in our human bodies as Liv and Gina. And if I don't create space to do that, like you said, journaling, that's a big one for me too. Then I find the weeks go on and things build up. And then I start to become a bit frustrated or bitter or towards my husband because I haven't unpacked things. So then circling right back to the body's whispering.
Yes.
To create space to be. The body is feminine. The body is feminine.
Absolutely. The brain is the masculine. The body is the feminine.
Yeah. And spirit, really. Our higher selves, our guides, all of these incredible forces are masculine. Earth is feminine. This is in my view anyway. The Mother Earth, she's constantly providing effortlessly, really, abundance and unconditional love. She's always holding us, which is feminine, and our body's the same. Our body's always looking out for us. Always.
Whispering the signs that it needs, the path that it needs to take.
Even functioning. We don't tell our heart to beat or our lungs to breathe.
It's a miracle in itself, isn't it?
Yeah, and then honouring that. So then when you bring it back into how am I creating space to honour the reflective side, to process emotions and understand more about who I am in my body. That's where the magic happens, I found, for me.
Absolutely, as well. Yeah.
Yeah, so in your work as a kinesiologist.
Well, that's my whole...
Yeah.
The whole philosophy of kinesiology, I guess. Is that everything is connected. That the symptoms that we experience, instead of putting a band-aid on them, like perhaps in Western medicine may do, they are the signposts, they are the whispers, they are the messages that is something to something deeper down within us, that's actually at the root, that's actually at the core. And so addressing that and unpacking that, removing that blockage, will make those symptoms at the surface level sort themselves out. We have that as human beings. We have this inner ability to heal ourselves, to come back to homeostasis, to come back to balance.
Come back to
full stop.
Feminine.
Yes. And so our bodies know. They know how to heal.
Yeah.
And they're constantly telling us. It's whether or not we're listening.
So someone who's on the fence with seeking support to deepen their journey, their growth, realising we're not here to do it alone, as I have, including yourself as being a support person, and you have your own supports externally too. But why would kinesiology be an amazing path for that person who's like, oh, you know, I've been told I can get a GP mental health care plan to see a psychologist. I just really know psychs. I'm not too sure about these other types of practitioners who are more holistic. When my whole family's seen psych, so I might just see a psych. Why would you say otherwise? Which I love, because my training is psych, but it's also holistic. It's all welcome.
Every therapy has its place.
Yeah.
Every therapy has its place for every different person at every different time of their lives. Absolutely. What I love about kinesiology is that it takes the talk therapy, combines that with the body's wisdom and what the physical symptoms that's going on for the body, as well as the energetics. So it's that, I feel like it's a therapy that does contain the whole package. And I'm sure there are other therapies as well. Kinesiology is not the be all and end all, even though I love it. I think it's magic.
Yeah, you preach this though.
It does cover so many aspects, and because everything's connected, and I guess it uses that Chinese medicine system to, as I was saying before, about different organs connected to meridians, connected to chakras, connected to acupressure points, to glands, to hormones, to muscles, to emotions, and so it gives you a different framework. It gives a client a different map, I guess, or me using the map for their path.
Yeah. And that it's not linear. I teach that as well. Yeah. Like your thoughts don't then lead to emotions, and then behaviours only in that sequence. You can feel an emotion that might not even be your emotion too. Yes. Right? But then that could lead to thoughts. So then what you explained, I was seeing like the muscles, meridians, motion, just that this wave.
Web. Yeah.
That happens. But sorry, to come back to kinesiology, the body, then psychology, which really traditionally is simply the mind. It is changing now. Psychotherapy, EMDR, which I do with trauma, is somatic. Touches, I mean, it's starting.
it's on the way there. It's a movement towards, right? They're opening up to
more of the wisdom
the
of
body.
But you bring another level, you another kinesiologist, but with your lens of muscle testing. I love that.
It's just muscle testing it was developed by a chiropractor actually back in the 1960s, and it's just a biofeedback tool. So if you think about the brain as the biocomputer. It's just giving a reading. It's giving an output, some feedback. And so the muscle monitoring is just collecting that feedback, basically. And so that's how we ask the body questions to get down that path, get through that web that little bit quicker and a little bit easier than perhaps traditional talk therapy may do. So it's just, I feel like there's a speed, I don't know, a speed to it, but...
Well, yeah, because what I feel a lot of us are learning is the mind and the body need to communicate. It's not just your mind that controls everything. Your body has its own wisdom, just like the gut-brain axis is a pure example. All the research on microbiome in the gut, and it affects your mood. So with clients, I hope that it becomes standardized for all psych-trained, all practitioners to understand what are people eating, looking at their sleep, their water, hydration.
Oh my gosh, yes.
2% drop in water. But that's a whole other topic. You know me with water.
I know. On
the
that
specific water.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely it does.
To
To take that tangent one step even further, could you imagine if not just every therapist learnt about the importance of their gut microbiome and their nutrition, and imagine if that was taught in school. Imagine, I mean, that's a whole other can of worms. But imagine if even just listening to your body.
Can of butterflies.
Yeah, I like that. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
If that was taught at some level to kids about expressing their emotions and about what the feelings in their body are telling them, wouldn't that be? That's a big part of my work with kids is education. And I love teaching them about their body and listening to what they think about their body unfiltered, without adults knowing certain things and experiencing other things. The kids are completely unfiltered, and so it's a blank canvas. And I love listening to them.
So creative as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But yeah, that's part of my mission is education and empowerment of kids, leading into educated and empowered women, adults.
And circling right back to your conversation with your husband, it's me working with kids, I find helping the kids light me up completely, and then it's also needing to work with the parents because they live at home. That's their main environment. So that's always been so hard, and over the years I've built more resilience, or I guess strength, around holding the truth of, okay, they might go back home to an environment where they aren't feeling safe to express or feel or in a healthy way, and that's been quite hard as a practitioner.
Absolutely.
But then just trusting the seeds of planting.
Trusting that the seeds have been planted, trusting that if the child's ended up in your office, there's got to be a willingness with the parent. If the parent didn't think that there was an issue or want to try and change or help in any way, they wouldn't end up in your office.
And then trusting the unfolding.
That's it.
Do you catch yourself with like a pace sometimes, or not an anxious pace, but excitement of let's go there?
Oh my gosh,
the fire in us, right?
Absolutely.
Western.
I go overtime on every single session because I'm like, and
Same.
this, and this, and I want to tell you this, and I want to teach you this. Definitely. All the time. All the time. But then we have to take that step back, and I'm sure that you experience this as well. When clients walk out the door, we can give them as much information and help remove as many blocks as we can, and teach them as much as we can. But when they walk out that door, life is going to happen. They're going to take that information and they're going to use it, or they're going to let it sit for a while. It's because it's their journey, their path, and their soul is here to experience what they are here to experience without us not interfering, but
trying to take it all on.
Without us taking the responsibility of their path.
And that's for anyone, right?
Oh yeah, that can go in with relationships. I mean, you know, I see my husband doing this, I'm like, actually it would be more beneficial for you to be doing this, but he's on his path, and I have to
that's a hard one.
I have to surrender and trust that He will learn the lesson that he needs to learn when he's ready to learn it.
And then same with us, you know, my husband's caught me in certain patterns, like when I was people pleasing back in the day, and feeling in my diary so much to the point of me being burnt out by the end of the day because I was trying to see all these people that wanted to see me and then barely had time left for me or my husband. But he just let me stay in that, or specific people that I felt it was karmic relationship that were draining, but I kept showing up with the illusion of, you know, seeing the best in someone, that whole trap, versus listening to my body and my instincts straight away. That's one I'm learning more and more of to sharpen, and I am day by day.
So how do you feel your instincts? I know I was talking earlier about gut instincts. How do you know what you know?
My muscles, it's like a very quick, it's so quick.
Instantaneous, and if you miss it,
my God, and then later on you realise, crap, my reasoning came over. That's been my challenge. So I feel it like a tension or a gut, I say, or my muscles. There's something that like kind of jolts in me. It's like an uneasiness that just goes, and then moves out. But I know I'm very quick in my mind and analytical, which helps me in my role as well. It's another strength, but it's overplayed. It's been overplayed because then it overrides a lot of the time. It has my instincts, and then later on I get to a point I'm like, I knew that with love. Okay, next time when my body speaks, that's a no. But add that with layers of people pleasing history and trying to belong and feel loved and seeking
approval, and all the things,
and that's actually, you know, we're onto something with that. I feel a lot of us, that's a shared core wound as a human. Absolutely. I feel like our females of our generation, saying no was not something that we were taught. We weren't, and so it comes with guilt whenever we say no as a full stop, full sentence. We feel like we have to over explain and justify. It's not easy for people, no. And then also having the tools to stop your mind. I find the ones that help me are when I'm saying no. So my body says, don't hang out with this person, for instance. Like, they're all nice and true, but like, don't. Then my mind, the key is to know what my mind's like, catch her or him, whatever gender or none, before the story unfolds. Of, but you know, they do yoga, or they do this. Oh, surely. Maybe it was just because I got them at an off moment. You know that one?
Of course.
Oh, maybe because I was rushing, which is a self-sabotage too, right?
The way that I can always tell in reflection, this is more so, if I spend time with somebody and I leave that encounter feeling all lit up and excited and smiling and I'm not analysing what I was talking about and I'm replaying the conversation versus I leave the conversation or the interaction and I need to feel like I'm drained and I feel like I want to just go and zombie, or I reach for something sweet to fuel me back up again. That's how I know, maybe that person or those people weren't my people. That's how I
But what's your body instinct?
Definitely a gut instinct. So I know we were talking earlier before we started recording about human design. And I have a sacral authority.
What is it, like a squeezing? How would you describe it for those listening?
A no, and I sense a no, that's easier to describe. That's like a heavier gravity kind of pull. A more dense kind of feeling. Almost kind of like butterflies in your tummy, but heavy butterflies.
Oh, wow.
I guess. But then a yes is more of a wave. It's more of that, you know, when you go on a roller coaster or go down a hill really fast, you get that.
Yeah.
That's the, again, quite fast, quite instant. And if I miss it, I miss it.
So that's if your body's
if it's
saying,
a yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or you use the metric, we can call it, which I agree, aftermath.
Yes. To reflect and see how I feel afterwards.
And self-reflection is just another very simple, practical tool. I don't know if I mentioned, but I did my honours thesis on self-reflection.
Oh my gosh, amazing!
In building resilience. And we found evidence. We had a small sample size though, so in terms of the academia side, it didn't pass for a published article, but I absolutely love my supervisor because she worked in the military and was running these studies on those who are on the battlefield and how if they engage with more self-reflective exercises, and there were specific questions that I had in my study from her protocol of you know, what would I do differently? First, what happened in the stressful event, just high level remembering. How did it make me feel? Like the feelings, the thoughts, what I did, and the outcome. And then what I do differently, who are my supports to lean on, the protective factors like my strengths. And there was a rating scale as well. So really analysing experiences, preferably stressful ones, helps you with that process of writing as well. There's research that shows typing on a phone, it doesn't do it.
See, I've always felt that. There's actual research now.
Yeah, well, back in 2018, handwriting, which back to journaling.
Yes.
You feel the power. And it builds resilience, which is your ability to bounce back from stressful situations. And stressful situations is anything from, you know, being around certain crowds or friends who drain you.
Absolutely.
To hard tasks at work or life changes.
Absolutely.
But imagine a world, and I have imagined this, where that self-reflective practice is carved out. Imagine at school, kids.
Yes.
Helping build their frontal lobe and connecting it to their limbic system.
Oh my gosh.
Which, that's what writing journaling does. It connects the emotion center with the frontal lobe to understand.
To process.
And balance.
Yes. The masculine feminine. Yes, the thinking versus feeling.
Yeah,
yes.
And you're calling back your power in that moment. You're becoming centered. You, not overly emotional, which is chaos. And I teach this to my clients, or overly left brain, which is so rigid. It's like, how can we stream in the middle of the left and the right? Knowing you're going to sway, but coming back.
Having the adaptability.
Yeah, I love it.
And that's not just for our left-right brain. You could say that also about our nervous system, right? So there's a lot of talk of nervous system regulating and being able to drop into that parasympathetic, that rest and digest. And so the sympathetic gets such a bad rap, right? But we need it.
Yes.
We need it for survival. So having the adaptability, the agility to be able to flow and bounce between the two. Just as then, if you want to take this even deeper,
let's go.
The doctor that figured out the scale of emotions and the vibrations, right?
Yes.
So you have at the bottom of the scale, you've got your lower frequency or lower vibration emotions of guilt, fear, sadness,
regret,
jealousy. Versus at the top of the scale, you have love, enlightenment, acceptance, gratitude,
joy, peace.
Right, so it's not, I guess, about never feeling the lower vibrational emotions, because we're human, we're going to feel them, but it's about having the adaptability to flow up and down the scale, I guess. Right? So again, like we can float in and out of our nerve.
We saw whales. Yes. Adaptability.
Not the flexibility, that's the word, not the rigidity, the flexibility to dip in and out of all those states, but not stay there.
Oh, and you're speaking to acceptance commitment therapy, which the strategies I use with clients is around acceptance, but also non-attachment, not hooking, witnessing.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah,
Very good.
witnessing all the emotions, but being in the present. And that comes back to our simplicity. Learning to just simply be present is all we really need to do.
Yes.
Plus reflection, I'd say.
Oh, I really am inspired by this reflection now. I'm going to pick up my journal and pen.
Well, the more we're exposed to adversity, that builds if we're exposed to adverse events, they say 2 to 4 from last research, I think it was back in 2012, that means you have a higher capacity of resilience. So some people might believe you're born with more resilient traits than others, but it's actually your exposure and then your ability to bounce back through self-reflection is what this work's about.
Increases that resilience.
And I found that personally massive life changes this year, and without my spiritual practice, my meditation every morning, my prayer, the faith, the trust in higher forces, energy, the higher part of me, the bigger part of me, without that, as well as journaling, reflection, my own space, I honestly feel I wouldn't have been able to manage with what I faced. Honestly, as well as, of course, the supports of my beautiful husband and my family and community, huge. So I'd say it's the environment, those who love you and you love them and see you, with the spiritual practice and reflection.
Yes.
And Thomas Hubel, have you heard of him?
No, I haven't.
He's an incredible leader in collective trauma.
Okay.
We'll have to chat about that another time.
Definitely.
But he has 3 foundations that I highly align to just through my own journey, I realised, and he was able to put it into words what I had experienced with what helped me, and one being a spiritual practice, interpersonal relationship, and the other one, I don't think it was reflection. No, it'll come back to me. Something around trauma. But yeah, don't know where we're going with that now.
A place.
Yeah, a place.
But you're right. This building resilience, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
You're right, because the same event could happen to yourself and the same event could happen to the next person outside. But the two of you will have a completely different experience to that same event, because you've got a completely different perspective.
Yes.
You've got a completely different resilience or baseline level of nervous system stability or whatever it might be.
Yeah, vagus nerve.
Right.
Yeah.
So having all of these tools simple tools that we have access to or can implement in our daily lives can help the future chaos and trauma and events can help us cope with them. I feel.
Not trying to escape or run away.
Yeah,
because you can't.
Yeah. Oh gosh, no. No, life will be life and that year.
Yeah, but realizing the reality of the human experience, challenges are going to come. Yeah, and it's up to us how we evolve to meet those challenges or outgrow them. Yeah. Right? Yeah. And what tools, as you said, to implement. We get to choose, though. Some people choose to stay in a low vibration of victimhood. Oh, why me? That's because of that. That's not helping you. You have a choice. You're still in control of parts of you that can make a change, even if it's the shittiest of shit situations.
Yes. It's so cliche, isn't it? But everything does happen for a reason, right? And it's so oversaid, probably. But I really believe it. There's so much truth in it. 100%. That the universe has our little path all lined up for us, because we're here as souls to feel, to experience, to love, to lose, to all of the things. Which ultimately, I believe, is evolving our soul. Yes. We've lived many lifetimes, or maybe they're still happening in parallel universes. Probably, I believe that's the case.
but then evolving and learning lessons. We get to choose whether we want to learn or stay. You know, people that stay in a rat
wheel.
That exists until you want to cut that.
And these events, trauma, come into our lives. They don't happen to us, they happen for us, is my belief.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Even if they're so painful. Yeah. And jarring and shocking. But once you get through it with your tools, particularly hopefully reflection, I mean, that's a non-negotiable in my opinion. Would you agree?
Oh, absolutely. Whether it's in the form of journaling, if you're coming and doing some kind of healing work, that's reflecting, right? We're going back to events we're we're looking at them with a different lens. We're kind of, have that bit of a reframe. But definitely reflection. With my boys at the dinner table, every night I'll ask them what they loved about their day, what was their favourite part about the day, what's one thing that didn't go quite so well that they could change the next day, and what's one thing that they love about themselves or that they're proud about themselves. Just building that reflection. So you can start it young. Don't feel like you've got to wait to
be able to
an adult.
You
can implement it. Super young.
And as a role model in leading, reflection. And I love asking friends or family reflective questions, which links to a coaching style of opening up the mind and giving back someone their power, which comes then back. I love those circles we're doing, 360s. The answers are always within. Us seeking will mean we're constantly seeking outside, right? Validation, or this person will know, even as practitioners, but actually what true practitioners, those who are heart-led and are really anchored in serving from the deepest layer of their core, is you're holding up the mirror.
Absolutely.
I don't fix
anyone.
I've just got these tools.
Anyone.
Why don't you try them out? They've helped for me and others. If they don't work for you, we can figure something out, but you're guiding us here.
Absolutely. It's all within.
There's no fixing.
And if you want to go back again to those wounds that we were talking about, about rejection and the abandonment or not feeling not good enough or whatever it is that's at the core, they've all stemmed from perhaps a parent or a caregiver not giving us what we thought we needed. And so then now, in adulthood, how does one work through that? How does one heal that wound or repair that wound? And that's always by giving what they needed back to themselves. They've got to give it back. They've got to give themselves love. They've got to accept themselves.
First grief, though. I've learned first you've got to grieve.
That idea
never got that.
Huge. That is a big step in there. I love that. And that's why there's so much sadness layered all in the onion of...
and when I guide people with breath work, for instance, crying is such a natural layer because first it's a physical body, but then through the breath, it's softening the hard shells literally in the body, the energy that's been stuck, and tears. It's so much grief constantly, or anger. But on the topic of grief, it's realising that we haven't allowed a lot of us to feel the grief because we've carried on. We're in the toxic masculinity. We haven't come
people pleasing and the perfectionist.
To be better and do better. Actually, we just probably need to sit, reflect,
have a cry.
Have a cry. Realize actually that's really shitty, and allow yourself to feel that feeling. Accept that it's crap. And then you move through it.
But not sit in your pity party.
I was just thinking that.
You fluctuate on that scale of emotions but
your toolkit comes out then. You lift yourself up. Your body guides you, right?
Absolutely. If you listen.
But when you're feeling your depths, do you get cues from your body, right? Like
yes. I'll start to get snappy. At the kids and they'll know, okay, what's going on for me? And then whip out the good old Spotify crying playlist.
Oh, you have a crying
I didn't make it. They've invented them.
Oh my god,
there's heaps of them. Crying songs of 2024. Crying songs of 2023. But it's just that,
Yeah.
the catalyst to get the emotions flowing.
Yeah.
Because usually there's not a specific reason that
Yeah.
I'm crying about. It's just emotion. It's stored up energy.
And let's pause there, because then we're not adding the mind to reason and confuse us and take us out of the feeling of the body.
I have to analyse why. Yes.
Which is an illusion a lot of the time. Until you're centered and clear and balanced, I believe that's where the truth comes in of situations.
Definitely.
If you need to know, not forcing it. You might not need to know right now. You might know in 10 years. You might never know.
Exactly.
But staying in the body. Yeah, wow.
Because that's that fearful part of our brain that just wants to know, that wants to find safety.
Yeah.
That wants to have everything figured out. I have to tell that part to just be quiet, sit still for a hot minute while I get this out. Yeah.
Is it just not complex and messy and all the things being a human?
Beautifully messy,
right?
And beautifully complex,
it's
and
not
imperfectly
easy.
perfect, but it is.
It's not easy.
Yeah. But at the same time,
it's absolutely incredible. No, at the moment I think I was in my teens where one day I was always portrayed as the happy, Liv, she's always bringing the, I don't know if you can resonate because I see similarities. Lifting people up, she's always smiling and
goody two shoes.
That's not healthy. So anyone who sees people always smiling and on the side, I mean, we're human. That I wouldn't say that's authentic, but that's how I belonged in a home, right? Because that was highly emotional and.
And that's how you received your love.
Yes.
That's how you received that acceptance and being connected.
Exactly, but it wasn't until I realised that was inauthentic. I remember I cried for like a whole week to my best friend on the phone. Like I wasn't able to do it with my parents because I didn't feel safe to show them that. That's how I felt. But then there was a moment, it was an I love aha moments, where I realised life isn't easy. And it was like this whole weight just dropped. Because after being this happy person, life's amazing, this false positivity, Susan David calls it. Yeah, I could
take off the mask.
And realise, no, this isn't easy. It hasn't been easy. And I just then crumbled. And it's like I dropped more in my body. I was from being more spiritual only to actually allowing myself to anchor more into who I am. Because that's spiritual bypassing.
Absolutely.
As well as toxic positivity.
So then, me taking over questioning.
Yes, we jump.
How did you get yourself out of that for people listening? How did you go from that place of, oh my gosh, life is not easy, I've crumpled, to balance? How did you get back to balance?
Over many years. Many years, because I believe I needed to learn it fully on my own in a way. I didn't seek psychological or even spiritual support then. I was called to journey deep within myself, and a lot of it was supported in nature. Yeah, being outside, it always made me just feel peaceful and me and free. So I would spend a lot of time in the backyard just looking at the trees and naturally becoming present, because I know I'm naturally curious, so I was curious about things and then started to open more and I started to learn new tools. But I believe I signed up to become a psychologist with my 7 years of study to help heal things within me. Yeah. And I didn't know that until later, and that was a big wow moment. But realising becoming a healer was helping myself, set myself free and my family free and my future kids free by having that wisdom and then sharing that.
Absolutely. And then not only yourself, but all of the countless other people that will resonate with that will have a similar path or similar wound, similar experience that you'll be able to serve.
Yeah, and through it was honestly meditation, right? Just sitting out in nature is a meditation, being really present. but then I started Kundalini Yoga. That was my pivotal, as well as Louise Hay. Now I'm remembering.
Yes,
Louise Hay's book, You Can Heal Your Life.
Oh,
I started to play with, I'm going to make the bus versus I'm not going to make the bus. I always miss the bus. Badly. And then I started to say, no, I'm going to make the bus this morning. And I started to make the bus. Those shifts and affirmations, choosing how I felt when I said I am whole and complete. Everything is working out for me. I used to have it on my mirror. I printed them. I knew I was visual. I'd have all these visuals. That kept me lifting.
Yes.
Yeah. So the affirmations, meditations, Kundalini Yoga.
Amazing, yes.
Yeah, which is all body work, healing in the body, but chanting mantra, which I love because it's distracting the mind while you're present in the body. That was a huge tool for me as to where I am now. Yeah, so much devotion and honouring of that discipline. Incredible ancient yogis.
They know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
They know what they're talking about.
Yeah. Wow, what a conversation.
Where did we go?
I
All
know.
the places.
I'm feeling like I need to ground myself now. But to finish up in terms of who's listening and who's feeling more curious about understanding more of themselves, what advice would you offer? Maybe we've touched on it already, but with your background in body work, kinesiology.
Where to start? I guess if people are curious, I feel like journaling and reflection is such a wonderful place to get clarity. To ask yourself those questions that you're seeking to ask other people, ask them to yourself first.
I love that. Yeah.
And with journaling, I don't know if you experience this as well, but if you get into that flow state where the first kind of like few paragraphs or page is a bit clunky and it's a bit like, oh, you're still thinking about the shopping list and what you're going to have for dinner, and then once you get into your flow state, the words are just coming before you've even had a chance to really think about them. And so that's when you have your prompts and have your questions so that you can just get that answer to flow out of you. That's when the wisdom is all within. So that would definitely be a suggestion of mine.
And would you say just starting with writing if you're new to journaling, and people that might find it a bit odd, as you said, just start writing about your day?
No, you just write, dear diary, today I went, no. Just kidding. Remember when you were in high school?
Yeah.
Back in primary
I think
school?
that's why people
Dear
were
diary.
like,
Yeah, exactly. No, don't do that. That was a joke. I would start by writing about how you feel. Not how you think you feel, but how you feel.
What about if they don't know how they feel?
Okay, then what am I feeling in my body? What am I feeling in my jaw? Go scan through your body. What am I feeling in my shoulders? What am I feeling in my stomach? Notice any sensations. And that's just good practice to practice embodiment, to practice and dropping into your body and out of your mind, out of your head.
But someone who, let's say, is so not in touch with their body, like trauma's frozen them.
Walking.
Yeah.
Walking as meditation, walking as processing thoughts, walking as moving emotions out of your body, walking for exercise and all of the benefits physically as well, but walking with no podcast, no music, walking alone with your thoughts. That's something that
in a quiet environment.
Yeah. In nature, on the beach even.
Yeah.
Start basic as that and see how uncomfortable that is to be just you alone with your thoughts.
That's solitude.
And for a lot of people it's uncomfortable. So experiment with that.
Yeah. Have you caught yourself by naturally putting music in as a habit?
Oh, not now, no, not for
anymore.
years. No, I don't take my phone with me. So all the pretty moments, I'm like, oh, I can't take a photo of it. That's okay. But no, that, and you know, now that's when I will get ideas for, like the event that I held recently, events that I've been holding, or the ideas for, I don't know, just a caption for a social post, like that's something that I could share with people or teach people, or that's a new way of describing this, or that's when I'll get ideas land and drop in when I'm just not conducting a specific task.
You're in your feminine, you flow.
Going with the flow, yeah.
And open, receptive outside. I love that.
Simple things. The simple things are always the most effective things. We want to overcomplicate things, but
back to simplicity.
And so I guess if people are really stuck, if they're right back at the start and they need to someone to hold their hand, then come and see a therapist. Someone come and see somebody that incorporates the mind, the body, the spirit, the energetics of it all.
Get that support to break out of that
and not just to help move them through their levels of consciousness but to help them heal as well as teach them, educate them, empower them with that knowing, with that wisdom. I wish that I had the knowledge that I have now way back when. But that wasn't meant to be, and that's okay.
And who knows if you'd be where you are now, as you said.
Totally, right? Absolutely. But that's, I guess why I'm so passionate about educating and empowering our young people.
Well, for people to meet you or what you offer, love to hear what's...
So I do one-on-one sessions in my clinic in DY. I run group healing circles as well, mostly for women.
I love that. I was there.
One-on-one. They're beautiful nights. They came about because I wanted to attend an event like this, and I couldn't quite find anything that was there, so I created it myself. So it incorporates a little bit of the education, a little bit of self-care, a little bit of healing, all in that beautiful held environment. Meditation, breath work, a bit of kinesiology. They're lovely events. So I've been holding them every 6 weeks, also in DY. But you can find me on Instagram at ginacope.kinesiology or my website, which is ginacope.com.au.
Amazing, and I'll have that all in the notes. Show notes. All over it.
Amazing.
I feel like that's a wrap.
Thank you so much for having this conversation. We could. Round 2.
Thank you.
My absolute pleasure. Thank you.
Thanks everyone for listening. We'll be in touch soon.